Please put your hands together one more time for the very, very funny Liam Welsh, everybody.
All right, you guys, it's me, the ugly white baby Marlon was talking about. No, I was a cute kid. Okay, I was a naive kid. I'll tell you that much. For the longest time, I didn't even realize 69ing was a sexual thing. I just thought it was when two people slept head to toe in the same bed. Which, looking back, really explains why nobody wanted to share a bed with me at sleepovers. I'd be like, all right, no big deal. There's only one bed. We can just 69. So that way it won't be weird. My friends would be like, all right, I think we're just gonna head home, Yeah, it really explains why my girlfriend in college thought it was so weird that I refused to 69 with her. I was like, what are you, crazy? You don't do that with the person you're dating. You do that with your friends as a kid. At sleepovers. She was like, all right, I think I'm just gonna head home. I once heard somebody say they only date people who have brown hair because that's their preferred type. And at first I thought it was weird to have a specific type, but then I thought about it and realized I've only ever dated people with diabetes. So yeah, I guess I have a type 2. Yeah, I do live in New York City now. I think the city's a pretty romantic place. It's actually where my parents first met in the 80s. So naturally, part of me hopes that that is the place where I will also meet my parents. You gotta be out there somewhere. No, I know my parents. I actually had old parents as a kid. If you can believe it, they are even older now. It's every day with these two. But it's true, I remember in school, sometimes other kids would say this thing. They'd be like, hey, my dad could beat up your dad. And I would just be like, okay, that may be true. My dad could be your dad's dad. So show some respect. I'm practically your uncle. Somebody did once ask me if my dad was abusive. I was like, I don't know, beats me. That's for sure. No, my parents aren't abusive, okay? They actually only hit me one time my whole life. I was 5 years old and I was misbehaving, so they tried spanking me. And somehow the whole thing ended with the two of them crying. And subsequently getting divorced. So yeah. I guess you could say I fucking won that fight. A friend of mine, he grew up an only child, but his parents had 2 dogs, which seems kind of weird, right? Like, they had the one kid, the one dog, and they were like, you know what the problem here is? This dog is lonely. It's not good. We better get him a friend or he's gonna end up a real weirdo. Meanwhile, my friend cannot make eye contact. And the friend is me, but... That's okay. You guys have these signs that say "Drive like your kids live here"? Clap if you've seen these signs.
Yeah.
I don't have kids. I don't think we should use those signs though, right? Because like some people can't even have children, so they're just gonna speed up out of spite to try and level the score. I think if anything, we need a sign that says "Drive like you can have kids," and that you do have kids. And that you love those kids. And that those kids live here. It is a much longer sign. I realize that. But I think if they want to read the whole thing, they're going to have to slow down. That's all right. I might count that as an applause break. I do think distracted driving is a really serious issue. I'm sure we can all agree, right? There's all these multicolored lights and signs. I can barely send a text, you guys. It's crazy. No, I don't text and drive. Okay, trust me, I've tried. Nobody texts me back. Pretty big part of it. I was driving once, I saw a possum on the side of the road that was all bloody and mangled. And my only thought was, wow, this possum is incredibly convincing, right? He had me fooled. I like that joke because it really divides the room. Like on one side you have people that didn't like it. And on the other side, there was like 5 of us. So if you didn't laugh, you probably made the right choice. Let's see, speaking of faking your own death, good segue. Wildlife experts say if you ever encounter a grizzly bear, the best thing to do is pretend you're already dead. Which, in a life or death situation, I really hope I remember reverse psychology. Right, I thought the options were fight or flight. I did not realize I could also gaslight. That's kind of a fun third option. Can you imagine if that was the case with other dangerous predators? They're like, yeah, if you ever see a great white shark, just make the shark think it's not even hungry. Like you already ate, remember? No, unfortunately, the real advice for encountering a great white shark is much worse. I don't know if you know, they say you're supposed to punch it in the nose. And I don't know about you guys, but I feel like my punches are not very effective above water. I'm not sure how that's going to go in slow motion, where the shark lives. I think if anything, me punching a shark in the nose underwater is just going to look like I'm slowly feeding it my arm. He's going to be like, all right, here comes the train. We'll change gears. I do wear glasses, thank you for noticing. A lot of people think glasses are nerdy, but that's not true, right? Like, not everybody who wears glasses is a nerd, you know? Like, Eminem wears glasses. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? The sexy green one. She's not a nerd, she's really hot, right? I don't know if I'm cool. I do know in high school my friends would constantly tell me how cool my dad was because he would let us smoke weed in his house. And I would just be like, that's funny, I also think your dads are pretty cool for caring about your well-being. That's pretty cool of them, right? I mean, bong rips in the living room are pretty fun, but So is a family dinner, I bet. I don't know, I guess we all want what we don't have, but in the literal sense, the grass was greener at my dad's house. I had that going for me. I did recently realize my dad's the fun uncle in our family, which is a bummer because that does also make him the shitty father. They go hand in hand. Maybe you can tell at this point, every day for me is a struggle with constipation and a marijuana dependency. And you guys, I don't know how I'm gonna fix my situation, but I know I need to either shit or get off the pot. With that joke, I just hope that the laughs drown out the groans. We did pretty well, actually. I don't want you guys to think I need drugs to have fun or anything like that, though, okay? I need them for everything. Not just fun stuff. You do have to be pretty careful accepting things from strangers at concerts. It's kind of like a drug thing, right? Like, I was at a show once and somebody offered me a pair of shoes, and within seconds of putting them on, I was freaking out because they were laced. I thought it was going to be something I could handle, right? Like Velcro or fentanyl. Unfortunately not, it was laces, so needless to say, I did end up tripping pretty hard. I'm actually kind of a naive person when it comes to drugs as well. Like, for the longest time, I didn't even realize cocaine was a drug. I just thought it was the name of a very honest woman Eric Clapton fell in love with. One person laughed. Probably saw something funny on his phone. Speaking of music, I don't know if you guys know this. There's no music in the film No Country for Old Men, which I think is pretty smart, right? Like, that's a pretty good way to stay true to the book, you know? A few too many pictures in that film, if you ask me. I used to be really into this indie musician who turned out to be a suicide bomber. And I don't want to sound like a total hipster, but I did know about him before he blew up. Yeah, let's see. Well, speaking of music, you guys know this song, My Neck, My Back? Are you familiar with this song?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, a couple of horny people. If you know it, great. If not, don't worry, I'll fill you in. All you need to know is it's a song, and there's a popular verse in the song where the singer says, like, my neck, my back, my pussy, sorry, my pussy, and my crack. She sounds just like me. And you guys, I'm no expert, okay? But the only one of those that makes no sense to me at all is back. She just wants people to lick her back? Is that something women like? And I've just never done it? Because that's concerning to me. Also, what the heck is a pussy, you guys? I've never even heard of that. Am I right, man? No, I'm kidding. Obviously, I know what a pussy is, right? I've been called one like 1,000 times. That's my time. Thanks, guys.